The event week in GTA Online recently gave us a lot of really nice bonuses and discounts, so for the rest of this video I'll be going through the entire event week again, showing you some of the best things that you don't want to miss out on before this entire event week refreshes. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and without any further ado, let's get into the video. So everything in this event will be lasting until May 1st, that is when the event week will refresh, so from the time of this video going live you should have a few more days to potentially take advantage of the free vehicles, some of the really nice discounts and bonuses. The first thing this event has to offer is the new weekly challenge, and this was to complete 3 terabyte client jobs, which will get you that $100,000 reward. I did cover this in the event week video, but I do actually think that this is a pretty bad weekly challenge, because for those of you guys who do not have a terabyte, you will of course not be able to do this. But the terabyte itself is just super useful, so if you guys are maybe thinking of purchasing this, I would recommend it. Another reason to get the terabyte will be down to its bonus money as well. So on screen we can see these things have some double money and RP. So we have the MOC, mobile operation missions, terabyte client jobs, hooligan jobs, and the deadline adversary mode. Unfortunately for the first 2 bonuses, you need to own their vehicles, so you will need the MOC and the terabyte, and then to start the hooligan jobs you need to have completed first dose 1 inside the freak shop. You can then talk to Dax or call Dax on your phone and start one of these hooligan jobs. In terms of their payouts, they are pretty similar. The MOC missions with the bonus can make you roughly $40,000. However, I have not played them in such a long time. These things will also require another player, so you cannot even do them solo. The terabyte client jobs, however, are a solo type of mission. At least the majority of them. There is a few of them which will require others, and these things pay out roughly $60,000 depending which ones you start. In the gameplay here, you will see that I did the diamond shopping client job, and this is one of my personal favorites. After completing it, I got $60,000. And hooligan jobs will be the best paying one. It will also be a solo method. However, these ones have a huge cooldown of 50 minutes, but in turn, they will pay out $100,000. And of course, completing 10 hooligan jobs will unlock you the Acid Lab upgrade, which is by far one of the best reasons to play these things. The deadline adversary mode as well will be pretty nice. However, of course, with it being an adversary mode, you cannot play it solo. Another thing that had some bonus money was our FIB Priority File. For this event, it was the black box file, and it did have the double money, so making you guys just over $600,000, which is absolutely ridiculous. I do actually think that this should be the standard payout for the priority files, considering it is a weekly thing, and once you have completed it, you will have to wait until the next event. I think a higher payout like this would probably encourage more people to purchase the garment factory. In this gameplay, you will see that I completed all of the challenges for the black box file, and this got me just a little under $700,000 in total. It can be done completely solo as well, so I think this is a really nice way to make some quick cash, but just bear in mind you will need to earn the Dano Bros garment factory, which will cost you $2.3 million straight away. But for future event weeks, to play these priority files, I think it is worth it. You will make your money back in no time, and by no time I mean maybe a few weeks. Another really nice bonus we had, which I think is probably the most overlooked and underrated, will be a double production speed boost on the Acid Lab, along with double supplies when you directly resupply from the Acid Lab as well. Just having that Acid Lab production speed boost will be able to make you guys so much cash in very little time. And let's not forget about the hooligan jobs, because if you complete 10 of them, you can then get the Acid Lab upgrade, making you more money. You will also be making that money a lot faster, and you can also boost your production speed inside the Acid Lab by mixing these chemicals. You can only do this production speed boost 1 time per day, but with this double production speed already active, you probably don't even need to use it. However, it is really nice if you, for example, have just purchased supplies. They get delivered inside the Acid Lab and you just instantly boost with the production. If you already have the Acid Lab fully set up, this is something that you definitely want to do. And now to talk about the discounts in this event, we had a lot of things with 30% off. The main things here will be the terabyte, the MOC, and even the Acid Lab installation upgrade. I originally thought that the 30% off was on the Acid Lab vehicle called the Brickhead 6x6, but on the day of the new event, I did check on the website, and for some reason, the price was the exact same at $750,000. So I think that this is just the Acid Lab installation fee that has this discount. You can of course get the Brickhead 6x6 vehicle by completing the first dose missions as a host, so potentially saving you a really nice amount of cash. The first dose missions also pay out first time bonuses, so you should be able to afford the Acid Lab after it. For the other vehicles here with that 30% off, probably the main one that I look at will be the Truffed Nero. Nero. This can have the Benny's upgrades and it just looks so nice with these things. The Nero still handles really nicely in GTA Online. That would quite easily be my personal favorite pick out of these vehicles here, but make sure that you guys leave a comment and let me know what you would pick from these vehicles. The Growler is not a bad one either, with it being an Autoshop vehicle, which you can use in the Autoshop Robberies. The final discounts that we have are at the gun van, so we had that 50% off the battle rifle, a 40% off for GTA Plus members on the combat shotgun, and you can also still get that L Strickland military rifle if you have GTA Plus. At this point in the video, I would usually discuss the priority file, but of course we have already cleared this up. It is the black box file. Here are the challenges for the file. If you guys maybe skip to this point in the video, definitely worth doing. Another thing that also might be worth doing this week will be the Salvage yard robberies. In this event, you had the gangbanger robbery for the Pegassi Zarusa, which is a top tier vehicle. You then had the McTony robbery for the Champion, another top tier vehicle, and the Podium robbery for the Dinka Blister Kanja, which is a low tier vehicle unfortunately. In terms of their prices, the first two ones are extremely nice, and then of course to maximize how much you guys make, you probably want to still get the low tier vehicle. It is a shame it is not a standard tier vehicle, making you just a little bit more cash, but just remember you can complete the challenges in these robbery contracts to make just that little bit more money. Even if you do not complete the challenges in these contracts, you will easily still be able to make just a little over $1 million from these free vehicles if you sell them directly to Yusuf Amir and do not salvage them. For a free vehicle that you could have got this week, it was the Casino's Lucky Wheel Podium vehicle. This was the Albany Cavalcade XL. I think I said this in the event week video, but I have not got this and I really don't plan to get it. I still spin the lucky wheel anyway just in case. It is still a free vehicle, but I don't know about you guys, but my garage spaces are really filling up, so I am trying to save as much space as possible and only getting some really rare vehicles. Altogether, I still do not mind the Cavalcade XL, especially with it being free. And our second and final free vehicle was at the LS Carmi prize ride. This was the Lampadati Tropos Rally. If you wanted to get this one, you needed to finish top 3 in the LS Carmi series. I do actually like this vehicle. Once again, in the event week video, I think I bashed this vehicle and said it was not really that good, but after further review, I do really like this one. I sort of like how the vehicle looks itself. It also does look like you cannot get shot out of the back of it, so it might be quite useful in this respect, and hopefully you guys have enough time to complete this one and get this for free. Heading inside at Simeone's Autoshop or PDM, you can find all of these returning vehicles that Rockstar have removed before. Just looking through these ones, we have had much better returning vehicles before, but of course, as usual with these returning vehicles, it will make them rare. When this event week refreshes, you might not see a few of them for a while, and because this is PDM, you can test drive these vehicles, which is a massive feature. Get a really nice feel for which ones you like, and you can then decide if you want to buy them. The Luxury Autos dealership also had 2 new cars. This was the Bravado Dorado and the Envisage. My opinion has not changed on these two. I would still skip these ones. For the most part, I always skip the luxury dealership unless there is a really nice car here. A nice thing about the luxury dealership is that some of these vehicles do have some really nice rims. They're different colors and stuff. For example, the Envisage here, I believe this is just the standard one, but I just love how they have done this with the color scheme and stuff. You will actually see on the website that the rims are default, but still look really nice. At the LS Car Meet test track, you could find these vehicles, so all of these standard ones have been removed, making them rare. There is only one of them that I would recommend, and it will be the Massacre. Give that a test ride here, see if you like it or not. And if you have the HSW upgrades, the Panhard Lacrosse is finally back inside here. If you guys have not got this yet, I would 100% recommend it. It is by far one of the best HSW vehicles. The traction and handling on this one, combined with the fact it cannot skid out when driving through different bushes if you guys go off-road. Yeah, I love it. Definitely a worth it purchase. And then the last thing that we got was our time trials. The premium race from the event was called Muscle In. The standard time trial was Great Ocean Highway, and the HSW time trial was Textile City to Stab City. Doing these things every week in GTA Online will eventually make you guys some really nice money. I always recommend doing the time trials if you have a really nice car to use or bike. You should be able to beat the part-time relatively easily. So yeah guys, that will be absolutely everything from the event week. There is some really nice things that you don't want to miss out on, specifically in the bonuses and discounts. I think that Acid Lab double production speed boost is probably my favorite thing. You will be making $300,000 or just over this in very little time. So yeah, if you guys have not got the Acid Lab upgrade with the Fooligan jobs, that is something that you definitely want to try and do, especially with that bonus where you guys can make $100,000 from each Fooligan job. Definitely worthwhile. So yeah guys, if if you went on to enjoy this video or found it useful in some way, shape or form, leave a like on this video. I always appreciate your support. And if you are new here and like the channel, subscribe and hit that bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.